5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Hey, what's up? This is the Morning Momentum, and I'm Richie.
I'm Ethan.
And it's good to be back. It's been a week since I've been here.
It's good to have you back.
I missed you.
Mm-hmm.
This has just been a crazy couple weeks. But I'm glad that outside of a vacation coming up, I'm excited about that.
Where are you going again?
Going to like the Myrtle Beach area.
Myrtle Beach area.
Yeah, so it's
Can't
gonna
be too specific. You don't want the fans to.
I don't want the fans to show up. Last year, while we were in that area, we had a couple people from the church down there, and so we got to hang out with them.
Fun.
And this year, I don't think there's going to be anybody from the church down there, and so that means I can let loose and not worry about what. No, cut a
Very
rug.
Nice.
Cut a rug.
You can dance. Yeah,
I can cut a rug and dance. Go to the karaoke bars and sing Johnny Cash.
Very nice.
And
what's your favorite Johnny Cash song?
Folsom
Prison Blues.
Yes.
Remember when I played that?
I do.
For those of you who don't know, I played Folsom Prison Blues for our offering time as background music, and people started clapping.
I think that was during. Tell me if I'm wrong. Was that graduation Sunday?
I have no idea.
I think it was. It was.
I just remember playing it, and it felt kind of weird.
I think sometime that we have an instrumental here at church, you should do like Wonderwall or like some Matchbox 20.
Yeah.
Something fun like that.
Maybe. Yeah.
I always thought Ethan.
One time I did play Matchbox 20 very slowly behind you.
That's awesome.
Because I wanted to throw it in there. Nobody could tell.
I'm just gonna say this, like. I don't know if you would remember this conversation you and I had, but a year ago when I came back from vacation last time, I was like, you and I should go and travel bars and just do some music stuff. I was like, come on, that would be fun. Go down to the beach a little bit, and I get it. You're
just
like,
one song.
Going to the bars. Like, no, like,
we could just play one
do
song.
some Matchbox 20 stuff. And
I mean, why not? We could.
And just, the whole thing of that is just getting other people to sing along with you. And so
get some money.
Yeah, for real. Put the hat out. Put the guitar case out. And I love it, man. I think that would be fun.
We should do it.
I think so. So, anyways, hey, we love to do this because it's hilarious. Like the only places that you get this is our podcast and the bank. So, Ethan, are there any crazy national holidays?
Crazy national holidays. Sometimes
some of them
crazy.
you just scratch your head.
Sometimes they're not as crazy. Did you listen to any of my podcasts this last week? I did 3 podcasts.
I have not.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
I have not.
But I did national days every day there. Well, let's see what we have. Carousel Day. You ever big fan of carousel?
Oh, you talking like the horse and like you jump on the horse and it goes around in circles?
That's what I would think it is. But this picture is showing the swings.
Oh, that's
I
a
never
carousel?
called that a carousel, but that's what this is showing.
Huh.
Do you like carousels or swings?
I hate the swings.
Too high?
Oh, I hate the swings.
They're pretty sketchy. It's just like a chain.
Yeah, and it's sketch.
Yeah. International Red Shoe Day. You got any red shoes? Have you ever had red shoes?
I have. I've had red Adidas ones, and I used to have red Converse.
Just like basic high top
low
Converse?
top.
Okay.
Low top reds. And then I know a pastor friend that wears red shoes almost every week to preach.
I know someone who wears red shoes.
It's
Dorothy. There you go. Ruby slippers. I never owned a pair of red shoes, I don't believe. I was always just sticking to blue. My color was blue. But
I think blue's safe.
I think it is too.
Red's a little out there.
Did you ever look up what does my favorite color mean about me?
No.
Oh. Blue was always really boring, and red was strong and powerful.
Please.
Whatever. National Drowning Prevention Day.
I think it's a little late for that, but okay. Should have happened at the beginning of the summer.
Mm-hmm. You think? I don't know.
Define beginning of the summer, though.
National Drowning Prevention Day. It's also World Drowning Prevention Day. So, prevent drowning and swim.
Just kick.
Just kick.
Kick towards the light. Go to the light. Maybe
That's
not
a good tip. Yes, if you're drowning, go towards the light. It's also National Hot Fudge Sundae Day.
I can dig a hot fudge sundae. Like, there's a place in Springfield we've talked about. It's down the street from your house, ice cream place. Luann's, maybe? Is that right? Leanne's. And they do hot fudge in one of their shakes.
Really? I've never had their shakes.
They give like the 1-inch straws so you can actually drink the shake. It's good.
They do like twisters instead of blizzards.
Yeah,
but they're really good. They're really good. And then finally, National Thread the Needle Day. And it is celebrating all of the various meanings of thread the needle in the English diction, speaking, talking.
So like
throwing a dime in football.
Striking the guy out in baseball, cutting a car off on the road.
Sure.
You threaded the needle. You went right between two
literally
cars.
threading a needle.
Or literally threading a needle and then sewing up that button.
Or person.
That busted off after you had a hot fudge sundae.
Yeah. Nice connection.
Thank you. I was trying.
It's pretty good.
These holidays, they're funny. Anyways, dude, it's been quite a summer. And have you gotten a chance to do anything like fun, exciting, nothing?
No.
There's not one thing you can pinpoint and go, that was a good day.
Last Thursday, I had dinner with my grandma. It was really nice.
What'd you have to eat?
Mac and cheese, baked beans, and corn on the cob.
Was this homemade?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And lemon cream pie for dessert.
Wait, what was it?
Lemon cream pie.
Okay. All right. I'm not a big lemon person.
It was pretty good.
Was it? Did it have was it the meringue on top? That type of?
It was whipped cream.
Okay.
But it wasn't lemon meringue pie.
Okay.
That's the meringue, and it's like really like...
It's like egg whites.
Tart, and it was lemon cream pie, and so it's like this real fluffy, sweet lemon. It was pretty good. Nice.
And did she make that? Mm-hmm. Mac and cheese from scratch, or was it Blue Box?
I think I have no idea, honestly. I can tell you.
Okay.
That's how good she is.
Are you a Blue Box person?
No.
Really? Okay. Velveeta? What's your go-to, quick mac?
Velveeta is pretty good.
Okay.
But that's also because I like using Velveeta in actual mac and cheese.
Oh, I 100% agree with you on that one. Yes. Yeah. I don't... It's okay. I love cheese. Don't get me wrong. I love cheese, but it's okay when somebody puts, shredded cheese in. I'm just going to, I'm Ethan right here, Velveeta cheese all day long on my mac and cheese. Don't put some cheddar cheese in there being fancy. You don't need to bake
grainy,
it. Yeah, you don't need to bake it. You don't need to get it crunchy. You don't need to add chips to the top or crackers or something just give me good old plain Velveeta mac and cheese.
I think this is probably one of the first things we completely agree on. Mm-hmm. Is Velveeta mac and cheese.
Yeah, I think we also agree that Leanne's was a good ice cream place.
Leanne's is a good ice cream place.
But yeah, dude, it's that's where it's at. It always. Okay, if I go to a party, if I go to a carry-in, let's say we have a church carry-in. I haven't found this person yet at our church because I don't think that this has been an option yet. But when somebody's I'm bringing the mac and cheese, or somebody's bringing mac and cheese, my question's always well, who? If it's in my family, I want to know who's bringing the mac and cheese. Is it going to be something funky out of a crock pot that's been stewing all day? No, stop that. Or, Ethan, let's just talk about this. Have you had, this was the weirdest thing for me ever.
Okay.
The TikTok mac and cheese.
I don't even know what that is.
This was the thing. I haven't seen it for a while. But you would take...
Wait a minute. Is it the chip thing?
No.
Okay.
No, you would take raw mac and cheese, mac noodles.
Yeah.
Elbow noodles.
Raw.
You don't cook them.
Mm-hmm.
Hard. You put them in the thing. You pour a bunch of milk, some butter, and then you put the cheese on it. Throw it in the oven and bake it for 30 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had it twice now. And they put shredded cheese on it. Again, don't do that.
Right.
And then they bake it. And I've had it twice now, and both times. There's nothing worse than getting a crunchy.
I knew that would be
noodle.
the case. So I have seen that, and every time I see it, I just don't agree with it. Because they make those lasagna noodles that you're supposed to be able to just throw in the sauce, and they never
yes.
work.
No.
They're always al dente.
Yes, and I'm not that. I don't like that.
I can't do that for that.
If al dente is 7 minutes, I usually go 9. Like,
Right.
give me a little extra time. But yeah, I fully agree with you on that. I'm just going to, I know everybody's out there, you got to know this. Sometimes the recipes that you find online are just to screw with you. I'm just telling you that.
Recipes online are insane. Like, when you look them up, it's like 30 minutes of reading some random story about the recipe before you actually get to it. Do you ever look them up?
Yes.
It's always like a picture, and then it's just you just flying through this long story they wrote, and then you finally get to the recipe.
And sometimes you get all the way through it and realize there's not even a recipe on it. Or it's just
a story about the recipe.
It's just a story about the recipe, and it's I don't care about your great grandma's whatever. But hey, it's what it is. But you need to do something before you go back to school, man. You're getting close, and you've got senior year coming up.
I do.
Senioritis yet, or is that not hit yet?
I don't know if I'm gonna get it. I think I had it last semester.
Yeah, junioritis.
But I don't think I'm gonna get my senior year because I have too much to do.
Too much.
I want to get it done.
All right. That's fun. And so, but you definitely need to try to do something. I know you've done a couple trips to see your sister, and I know you got left out of the girls' trip because you weren't a girl.
Right.
Jeez.
That happens.
Florida, man. That would have been a fun trip.
I don't know.
Did you get vacation days with your internship? Is that part of the reason?
I probably could have, but I didn't really.
Ask.
I only worked 3 days a week.
That's a lot.
I know.
Well, hopefully you get to do something fun. I know you have done some mountain biking,
Yes.
which was awesome. So hopefully you get to do something fun before you go back to school, and that way once you get going, you're ready to roll, and then
Refreshed.
Yeah, you gotta get that. So that's why I'm excited about my vacation. Get out. I'm gonna tell you guys my happy place. This is my happy place. My happy place, and I know this is going to sound bad, quit judging. My happy place is going to a bar on the beach, because typically bars have the bands playing. Preferably something like country or Jimmy Buffett, just something, more oceany, nothing hard rock. That's crazy. Come on. No rap. You have rap next to the beach. And the sun's going down. You can, but sun, not in this situation.
In your happy place.
The sun's dropping down a little bit. You're watching it go down, and then you're sitting there, and you've got yourself, some shrimp there, or some seafood shrimp some shrimp street tacos or something like that, and you got the big thing down there is hush puppies, sweet hush puppies and cinnamon butter.
That's not just down there.
And a frozen daiquiri, not
okay.
You gotta get the virgin one, but something like that where you're just able to chill out and just relax.
Yeah.
Nice breeze blowing. That's my happy place. And it never fails that somebody always wants to interrupt my happy place. Can we go yet? We've only been here for 3 hours. Shut up.
That's not their happy place, though.
I know. It's you just
It's
go
not my
without
happy
me.
place.
I'm just going to stay here.
Hey, sometimes you need to.
I know. And then the beach. I love the beach. I don't get in the water much, but I love to just pull my chair out and just lay there. Ocean in the background, some Jimmy Buffett playing next to me, along with some other stuff. Some days it's more, Miley Cyrus, but it's just that's where I like to be. I like to be at the beach, so I'm looking forward to it. So
good. I'm glad.
So, anyways, I told you, Ethan, what I wanted to talk about.
You did.
I want to talk about this for the next couple weeks. This is a Monday.
Next couple weeks.
I don't know. However long we feel like talking about it. It could be just a couple podcasts. But I've been in this word, and it's not when I say the word, I'm not talking about
the Bible.
a Bible story. I'm talking about a simple word. Like
a dictionary word.
Dictionary word. And that word is failure. There's a lot of sayings out there when you hear about this word failure. A lot of times coaches will use them. There's some sayings out there like failure doesn't define you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you don't fail until you give up. You know, just some different things like that. And failure is so weird. Like, let me tell you why. Like, at least to me it is. And I'm curious, Ethan. Like your take a little bit. But like, I think failure is so weird because nobody wants to fail. But if you succeed, you never learn anything from not failing. Like I've learned some of my greatest lessons in life in failure.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, and failure also defined looks different for everybody.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean,
well, what do you mean by that last statement?
Well, take this for example, okay? Take a baseball team,
Okay.
all right? So you might have one team that's highly competitive, and they go 0-10, and they look at it as a complete failure of a year.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was right, nothing went good, and then you could have a same team or a different team go the same thing, 0-10, but come out of the season going, oh my gosh, but look at everything that we succeeded on, and look at how we came out brighter on the end, and we were swinging better, we were hitting better, and look at it in a completely different way and not see failure in it. Mm-hmm. Same record, same outcome, but different viewpoint.
Okay.
That's kind of what I mean by that.
So what would the team that had the positive outlook see as failure?
You know, maybe in their context, their failure would be if a kid's getting upset and throwing things or cussing out an umpire, if it's baseball, or a referee if it's football, or you know, getting mad and quitting because they don't want to deal with an 0-10 season. You know, I would say that those type of things, at least in a coaching standpoint from my side, I feel like those would be greater failures than just an overall record.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I think that's always my, like, when I look at failure, like, it's never, I feel like when we talk about failure, we're going to be talking about sports a lot because that's just what we relate to closely, but there's a lot of different kinds of failures. But for me, like, I would relate to that Sankey one more, where failure when it's my personal actions, not the overall team losing, it's how I carry myself and if I'm doing what I should be doing to contribute to that. Yeah, I would agree with that.
And nobody wants to fail, like point blank. Whether it's, you know, let's use a non-sport thing, whether it's like with a church. Mm-hmm. You know, here we are, or we planted a church. Nobody wants to fail at planting a church. You want to thrive to succeed. You don't want to fail when putting together your budget, your personal budget, because if you fail at putting that together, you're broke. Mm-hmm. You don't want to fail an assignment in school,
right?
Or an entire grade.
That'd be pretty bad. Never done it. Knock on wood.
Yeah, for real. Don't do that. But you know, there's things that pop up every day, and I think a lot of it comes down to this. And this is a lot what we're going to be talking about. It's the viewpoint that you put to it. Mm-hmm. You know, I have watched as people. Really, this comes down to being in a rough time in life. Have done things like, I don't know, show up to work 5 minutes late. Mm-hmm. And it's not just I showed up 5 minutes late, or, oh, that's a rough, or anything like that. Like, it's like, I failed. Like, I just can't do anything right. And every time that I try to do something, I fail and I mess up. But I'm going to say this, like, as long as you keep moving and as long as you keep going, I don't think that you're failing. I think that you're learning and you're growing. And, yeah, it may not have turned out the way that you wanted it to. But, you know, I've used this before, and I'm going to use this again. Like, I think life... Hear me out on this, because I know you didn't.
I will hear you out.
I think life can be a lot like baseball.
Okay.
Let me tell you why. Okay.
Okay.
Do you understand that baseball is probably the only sport that you can fail in and still be the top in your sport? Think about this for a second. In the Major League Baseball, mm-hmm. a great batting average is 300.
Okay.
That means you're on base. You're hitting 30% of the time.
It's pretty low.
It's failing in almost every other thing. Could you So tell me this: if you're a football guy, okay,
Right.
football guy, if a quarterback completes 30% of its passes, what is that?
Depends on how good your defense is against the other team, I guess. But that is pretty bad.
So, like, here we are, we're talking about a sport that's literally for, like, it's made around failing. Like, you look at hitting percentages and you look at all this different stuff that takes place. And life's like that. Like, you can't expect life to be, 10 out of 10 every single time that you step up to the plate or anything that you do. But it's how you deal with that really defines you in life.
Yeah.
And I like what you said just a minute ago. You're talking about failure as a team and, being able to step back and go, did I do everything that I could? You think about this in sports and life, listen, they go hand in hand. You might be listening to this going, I'm not a sports person, but the reality of it is the things that we talk about, they directly relate in life. For example, as a team or as a business, you drop the ball on a major project. Okay, you drop the ball on a major project. You don't get the major project. You thought you were going to get this new company to be a part of your business, and it was a $1.4 million company, and they're no longer going to be a part of it because they didn't like something that happened. What do you do in those instances? Do you throw a fit, get mad, quit, give up, walk away? Or do you look at it and say, okay, well, what happened? What happened? What could we do different? And then you start to relook at things. Okay, well, what did we do? Was it the delivery? Can we change the way that we delivered this? Was it the way that we approached it financially? Was it the way that we approached it this way? And as a team, you get back together and go, okay, what could we do different? What could we do different? And that is, I'm telling you that is what defines you. It's how you handle that disappointment or that failure that really defines who you are as a person.
Yeah. I always thought that was cool when I played through sports. And it was especially in football. And it seemed like coaches in football really, really can be tough. And a lot of people might not like that. But I always found it interesting that something they always pushed was its relation to life. And it might sound, I don't know, cliche or kind of, I don't know, not that interesting, me going, football is life. But they would always tell us even stories like before games or at certain times in practices that we can relate to hard work and dedication to, in football, but then really like saying it plainly to us that in life you're probably going to face a lot of hardships too, and you need this mindset to be able to push through those, push past those, and figure out what you need to do to progress forward even after that. But I always found that super interesting, and I think it's really cool that it seems like it's just a fun sport maybe, but they're using it as an opportunity to really help young kids kind of have a good outlook on their life instead of just when maybe they face a hard point or failure, they'll just quit. Now they have, even if it's for football, they still have that passion to keep pushing forward. But I always found that super cool and interesting that was the way they use that.
Yeah, I love that. And so, like I said, we're going to talk about this for a little bit now. And if you got anything that you want to chime in or stories you want to chime in with, we'd love to hear them from you. You can check us out at the Movement 937 on all social media platforms and drop it there. You can go to movementchurch.community/give, and there's a way there to contact us as well. And we'd love to hear from you. Share a story with us of some time that maybe failure was going to define you, but you didn't allow that to take place and did not allow that to happen because of what you learned from that. And so we want to definitely encourage you to do that. And we want you to know this as well, is that, we know it's Monday. It's a rough day for everybody typically. You need to go out and conquer it. Do not listen to me, do not let one situation, one person, even one conversation define who you are. Understand and know that you are amazing. You're awesome. And we care about you, and we know that you're going to do big things this week.
Yeah.
And as we always encourage you to do.
And we always will.
go out, make a difference in somebody's life.
Mm-hmm.
And Ethan, give them something they can do this week.
Something you can do this week is tell someone not to drown.
Yeah, tell them. Just tell them to kick towards
the light.
Go to the pool and just start screaming that to everybody. They might kick you out, but that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
Just go towards the lights.
Or what you could do is say, hey, how's your day going?
That's a great thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you can always send your pastor a Starbucks gift card through the app. And
and your media director.
And your media director. But are you a Starbucks person?
No, I'm not.
I didn't think you were.
But I'm going to use it if you send me one.
Oh, man. But go out, conquer it today. Conquer your job, your school, even your day off, whatever it might be for you. Go out and make a difference. Be the difference. And I cannot wait to hear from you guys some of your victory stories through failure. And so we will see you next time.
See you then.
Bye.